Hi Leo, and welcome to your snapshot reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Midheaven, Venus, Jupiter placements. However, we're comprised of all 12 signs, and those aren't the only areas within a natal chart where you could have the zodiac sign of Leo. So keep an open mind. Sorry if you hear that noise in the background, that's my dog. But yeah, let's get into your reading and what is coming through for you guys at this time. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Goodness. Okay, Two of Swords jumped out, but I'm not going to take that one. What you guys have for the overlying energy is the Hanged Man. I was trying to wait to see if it would focus. The Cruise that hounds you guys is the Fountain card in reverse. What's real about the situation? You guys have the World card in reverse. What's wrong about the situation? You guys, you have the Judgment card in reverse. Where you need more information, you have the Three of Wands in reverse. I couldn't make this up even if I wanted to, Leo. And outcome card, best case scenario, you guys have the Star in reverse. Now, I meant to say, you know, if you were brought to this channel, there was a reason for it, hoping that you hear all that you need and to subscribe before you leave. But I have a feeling that somebody is just not going to enjoy this spread. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Coins. Four of Coins was in Aries reading. That came up in the what is real position, so you can be dealing with an Aries. Four is also associated with Cancer's house, so it can be a Cancer. You might have that placement within your own chart, again, that you may need to take a closer look at. But the Four of Coins is all about like the questions that need answers, which I'm definitely getting the sense of you guys are in search of with this Hanged Man card. That being one of the only ones that was in the upright position. You're searching for answers. You're searching for enlightenment. You're trying to figure out what went wrong. I feel like for some of you guys, the Four also deals with like the psyche and or the subconscious. So you're taking a closer look at that and like what went wrong, what happened behaviorally, what part did you play in the situation not working out, especially if this is like in matters of the heart. But I feel like this just supersedes even anything else, because where you're at, it's bleeding into all the other areas of your life. Like whatever you've been doing that hasn't been working for you, you're definitely seeing like the ripple effect or the residual effects of what you're not paying close attention to and what you're not choosing to admit and or heal from here. Now, this can be something, again, with the Four, speaking to the fourth house, Cancer's house, it can be about what happened to you as a child and growing up and how that has affected you. Okay, so if you grew up in a two-parent home and then you saw your parents get divorced early, and that's affected the way that you view the world and view people and view like concepts as like loyalty and or love and what that means and or structure and or discipline. Because sometimes when you grow up in two-parent households, if you're with the mom who is more so the disciplinarian, then you know that you have to act and behave in a certain way. Yet when you're with your father figure, then things are different. They're a little more lackadaisical, don't really care what you do, don't really keep a watchful eye over you, don't really give you the guidance or that you need. But from the mom, it's just like she was so strict, rightfully so, because she knows maybe potentially that you weren't getting the proper discipline while you were with the father figure type of thing, or just being a smothering, overprotective type of parent, or just showing you tough love to try to prepare you for the world. Though the intentions were pure, there was still some residual effect of that, especially if they say like when parents get mad and then they often say things that they don't mean, can be very verbally abusive. So that can be the case, you know. And then so as you grow up and like try to make sense of the world and the way that you go about the world, you take that with you. Okay, it's something that you've carried with you. I feel like for some of you guys, you just feel like you have been overlooked by the universe or by God, you know, with the Fountain card in reverse. You feel like you've been forsaken with the World card in reverse. Your world has been turned upside down at this time. You are getting your karmic, I want to say retribution. That word keeps coming to mind, but I don't even know if that makes sense grammatically. But definitely the universe has dealt you a hand of giving you a taste of your own medicine, is what I'm hearing, for just a select few of you guys. But others of you, you're just really waiting, and your waiting has caused inaction, which has rippled into other areas of your life. You're not really seeing any exponential growth here, where you need more information with the Three of Wands in reverse, and this is action-oriented energy. You're not actually moving or doing things or making plans. The three is also Gemini's house, so I feel like the reason why you've gotten put into this position here, which is kind of like a self-destructive card as well, martyrdom. This is when you just continually do things that just aren't of your highest good that put you here. And so where you need more information, for some of you guys, you're here because you've been playing too many games, okay, and being dishonest and or being reckless with the Three of Wands that's in reverse, being unapologetic in the way that you've been moving throughout the world in your own arrogance and or vanity, feeling like you're better than other people, because threes vibrationally are more supportive energy, get along well with everybody, everybody's in it to win it, you know what I'm saying? There is no I in team, and everybody's looking at everybody as equals and what they can give to each person, right? It may not be the exact same thing, but it's like, okay, if I give you an apple, you give me back the seeds so I can plant you an apple tree. That type of reciprocity and dynamics like that. But with the Three of Wands, speaking to fire element, this can just be you just being, you know, again, just very rude and acting like a tyrant, and again, acting like you're just better than everybody else. And so when you carry that vibration and you have that type of attitude, okay, things are not going to play out in your favor. Like, you might be able to get away with some things for a little bit, for a little while, but eventually you will meet your maker. And I feel like for some of you Leos, that is definitely the case, or the person that you're dealing with, for the way that they have handled you and or mistreated you. They are being punished, is what I'm hearing for it. And it's justified here. Some of you guys with the Judgment card in the what's wrong position, you're not coming to terms with what's happened in your past. You're unwilling to come to terms with what's happened. A potential separation, again, if this is dealing in matters of the heart in a relationship, and the way that it may have ended with what's real about the situation with the World card in reverse, it's not something that you're wanting to accept. And I feel like a lot of you guys are you're very angry and or aggressive, throwing throwing tantrums, potentially throwing objects as well, because you see in the upright position how he has rope that he's grasping, which is like a tangible object. So you can be like throwing things, breaking things at this time. You're just not handling the ending of something very well here. Instead of honoring this and embodying this energy and just taking a step back and trying to see it from a different perspective, trying to put the shoe on the other foot, and see where the other person could have been coming from, seeing it from a different vantage point. Instead of doing it like that, it's just like that sense of like entitlement and disbelief and like disgust for the fact that somebody would leave you. But like, if you've been acting like this, like, who would really want to be around that? Would you want to be around that type of person? Like, though you guys are very into the theatrics and you enjoy drama, okay, though you may not want it in your personal life, you don't mind seeing it externally and what other people are going through, because it serves as a form of entertainment for you. You guys are like the kings and the queens that sit and just watch the jesters, or you hire people to like do your dirty work type of thing. So yeah, that can be the case, but just imagine you actually like living that experience. Like, imagine if you were the jester, in a sense. Would you be able to handle that every day? Would you be able to handle always needing the attention to be on you or on that person every day? It's hard for me to like flip it sometimes, but I feel like that is your energy. It's hard for you to see it from the other side. Like somehow it always comes back to you, and you being the focal point and you not extending out to other people here. So this can be selfish energy, and that is why you are where you are. You've been a little bit too greedy, too selfish. If you've had jealous tendencies or possessive tendencies, or like again, like player, fuck boy, fuck girl mentality type of tendencies, that is starting to come back to bite you. Best case scenario, star card in reverse. So I feel like you guys are definitely in denial of something and not willing to accept something, not willing to take responsibility. Let me read what the fountain, or not the fountain, but what the star card in reverse even means, because I've never seen it in reverse, to be honest, you guys. Like, we gotta figure this out. So typically upright, the star card means that all is well, okay? It invites you to rest and heal, is a glimmer of hope, a light in the darkness, a compass to right your course, and assistance when you most need it. It's a glowing reminder from the universe that everything is in order and occurs in its own time. However, with it being in reverse, this is like self-pity. Here we go, a setback, imbalance, apathy, despair, or excessive pride. Didn't I say that? In your own arrogance with this Three of Wands energy. Maybe you're dealing with somebody else that's like feeling that, right? A heightened sense of like pride and or ego, and feeding into their ego. But it's not doing anything but damaging the self and damaging the relationships that the self can have with other people. Mind you, we are in Libra season, which is all about self and others, which is all about harmony and being fair and bringing balance, and bringing justice to certain situations. Okay, so for whoever's acting like the me first, me only type of attitude, you're really going to be feeling how detrimental that has been, okay? And how it keeps you from really being able to be successful, especially if you're wanting to do something more creatively, though there isn't too much of that energy around. But if you have more of an entrepreneurial spirit, you're not going to be able to really have an effective business, or like a lucrative business, if you don't outsource, and if you don't build a team, and you don't know how to build up the people in your team, you know, giving them those positive affirmations and or incentives to want to stick around. If you're always just going to be treating them like a convenience, like a prop, like a toy in your game, right? King and Queen's Court, if you're always going to be treating people like they're just so disposable and stuff like that in the workplace, you're not going to be able to really accumulate success or accrue any type of success, right? Because the world in reverse is partial success that happens. So you'll make a little bit of money, you'll have like a little bit of fame, but just as quickly as it comes, it leaves you type of energy, okay? As well with relationships, just as quickly as they come in, they'll leave you. Yeah, you are attractive. Yeah, you are regal. You know what I'm saying? You're royal. You should be treated like a king and or a queen. But if you're going to be mistreating other people in the process, people are not going to want to stick around. People are not going to want to be around you. Again, that's another theme that came up in Aries reading. So I do feel like you're dealing with another fire sign. And it's very hard when you have two fire signs trying to have a romantic relationship, because often both want to wear the pants, and often tend to butt heads a lot. But I feel like a lot of you Leos, you guys have been given so many chances, but in each opportunity that was given to you that the universe tried to bless you with, it came to backfire on you because you abused the power, you abused your position. Okay, again, due to your own feelings of entitlement to have it. But you didn't really do anything to keep it. You didn't prove to be worthy enough to keep it, okay? And so if you don't appreciate what is trying to come into your life, it will be taken from you. So I do feel like a lot of you guys are currently existing in that space where a lot of things have been just taken from you. you guys have definitely hit rock bottom. That's what I'm hearing. You've hit rock bottom.